According to a recent CBS YouGov poll, nearly 30% of self-identified Republicans here in the United States are outright refusing to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, before we talk about that bad part, let's talk about the good part, right? 52% of Republicans reported either being fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated, meaning if they're on a two-shot vaccine, they've at least gotten one shot. So a majority of Republicans are being responsible, doing the right thing, and getting vaccinated to protect themselves and to protect others. But then you have, of course, 6% that say, I'm going to get vaccinated, 6% that say, I don't know if I'm getting vaccinated, and then, again, roughly 30% who say, nope, never gonna happen. And yes, this is apparently a partisan issue because only 5% of Democrats say that they will not get vaccinated. 77% of Democrats report having at least one dose of the vaccine. So yeah, Democrats are getting vaccinated at higher rates, Republicans at lower rates, and of course you have almost a third of the damn party saying, we don't want your shot that could help us get this country and the planet back to normal. So here's what this means. In fact, we don't even have to hypothesize about what this means. We're already seeing it. We are seeing COVID infections increase in areas where vaccination rates are lower. We're seeing them decrease, according to, again, report out Monday, seeing them decrease in areas where vaccination rates are higher. States like Texas, Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, several others have seen rates increase over the past 2 weeks. Again, according to another report that came out Monday. We are not doing enough here in the United States. And at this point, it's not because of lack of supply. It's not because people are having a hard time affording it. The vaccines are still free to the public. At this point, it is a choice. It's a choice. And 30% of Republicans who've been whining about lockdowns, whining about masks, whining about everything that we have had to do during this pandemic to keep each other safe, they're now saying, I'm not going to do it. You know, the one final thing you really have to do to be able to put this country back on the right track and get over this and move on, the one thing you have to do, and they're like, nope, not going to do it. There's no hope for these people. There's no hope for these people. And what's even worse is when you have the deliberate misinformation spreaders, like in the video we talked about last week up in Ohio, that public hearing where you had the osteopath doctor say that the vaccines have turned some people magnetic because she saw a picture on the internet proving it. Then, of course, the other woman that tried to stick a key to her neck and it didn't work because nobody's gotten magnetized from this vaccine. There is a lot of misinformation out there, not just about the vaccines, but about COVID in general. And while I am not the kind of person, as I did not go to medical school, I have not done a residency, I am not a doctor, I can't give you advice on what you can do. So if you have questions about it, go talk to a doctor. Go talk to a real doctor out there. Somebody that has a private practice, somebody that works inside of a hospital. Get their advice. Get the information. Don't rely on Googling it or because you saw a meme on Facebook, you don't trust it. No. Talk to an expert. Talk to 2 experts, 3, 4, as many as you can if you have questions about the vaccine. But until we get these numbers higher, until we get that vaccination rate climbing again, and again, we're going to be in this endless cycle where the virus is going to continue to mutate until one day it might mutate into something that makes all of our vaccines useless. Then we're back to square one, thanks to these 30% of Republicans who are once again choosing to be selfish. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.